Hello everyone, welcome into my channel. We're going to read from Keep It Simple, June 22nd. The confession of evil works is the first beginning of good works. St. Augustine. We started recovering the minute we admitted we were powerless over our illness. We crossed over from dishonesty to honesty. Often we don't see what power honesty has. Maybe we still aren't sure that being honest is best for us. It is. This is why the authors of the Big Book ask us to be totally honest from the start. Just as denial is what makes addiction work, honesty is what makes recovery work. Honesty means self-respect. Honesty heals. Honesty lets us look people in the eyes. What comfort we'll feel as we step deeper into our program. Prayer for the day. I pray that I'll let go totally. I pray that I'll keep no secrets that could put my sobriety at risk. Action for the day. Today I'll read the first 3 pages of How It Works in the Big Book. So there you go, you guys. Your task for today. First 3 pages of How It Works in the Big Book. Okay, let's have a look. We'll call in our spirit guides, angels and ancestors. Let's see what Spirit has for you today. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, please oversee this active divination for our collective today. Show us what we need to know and what they need to hear for their highest good and the highest good of all. Let us connect, you guys. I hope everybody's doing well. My name is Angie, by the way, and this is Recover Me, a place where we get intuitive messages from Spirit for our continued support on our soul journey and our paths to continuing to recover from our addictions. Let's see what we get. What do we have for the present situation here for this collective? Wow, that helicopter is very noisy. I might just close the window. Hope that's a bit better. I'm in close proximity to a hospital here and the helicopters are very low. Let us see, Magician. Whoa, what a huge energy to begin with, you guys. This is about manifestation. Very fiery energy here. What else? 2 of Pentacles. So this is a card of, it says harmonious change. It's about balancing things, prioritizing. We'll keep going. What do we have to focus on at this time, please, Spirit? The Chariot. So the Chariot is a card of Cancer. It's about victory and also very vast movement and movement forward at that. This is lovely. 2 major arcana out of 3 already. This is powerful stuff at the moment we're going through, collective. I don't know. Let's see. Recent past. 7 of Cups. Choices. We keep going. What's in the supportive energy here? The influences. Fool. The foolish man, they call it. So this is about new beginning, taking a risk. The Fool card is the first in the major arcana. It's card 0 on the Fool's journey. What's the near future energy here, please, Spirit? The King of Wands. Wow, this is gorgeous. The King of Wands takes action regarding something he's passionate about. You know, it's unstoppable, very connected to Spirit there, very much in a power position, going after your passions. The Justice card is the guidance from Spirit, and this is about alignment and balance again. Started with the 2 of Pentacles there. It's a card of Libra energy, maybe significant. There's a lot of yin yang here. what's just, what's fair. Okay, there's your next card. Three of Cups, card of celebration, Lord of Abundance. Lovely. What is in your hopes or fears? Knight of Pentacles. This is so strange. I had that phrase in my head, slow and steady wins the race, and that's exactly the message of the Knight of Pentacles. It's the slowest moving knight in the deck. So doing all the steps, paying attention to the details and taking your time. Let me see, what else do we have? What do we have as a potential outcome today? Seven of Wands. This is defending yourself, standing up for yourself, being your own best advocate. And at the back of the deck, we have Two of Wands, which is a choice. It also can talk about balance. There's a lot of twos here. Well, there's two twos here, and the Justice card is that card of alignment, fairness. Two of Wands. So Two of Wands talks about sometimes it's that person standing on the, they're standing on the top of a building or at, on a cliff looking out at the ocean, and they have the world in one hand, and then there's also a wand behind them that's stuck in the ground. So it's about making a choice, just keep the same or change and expand. But it does talk about a decision. So we'll get clarifiers here and see what else we get. Do you know what I'm going to do today? We're going to use this new deck I got. It's called the After Tarot, and I love the images in it. It just shows the next sort of take. You'll see. It'll all make sense. The Rider-Waite images is kind of plus a few minutes is sort of how to describe the After Tarot. So, holy angels, holy guides, please bless us and show us the message we need to see for this collective today. And may this message reach the people who need to. And like and share and subscribe as always. It helps the channel so much. So the Magician with the Two of Pentacles is clarified by the King of Swords. And we have the Devil under the deck. So the Devil, of course, you know it. There's an image of bondage here. I better cover it up a bit if I can. At the bottom, because it's like giving into temptation, is the Devil energy. So let's have a look at these three first of all. So we have your first major arcana in the reading, which is the Magician card. And you're trying to manifest something that brings in balance, that you can prioritize what you need to. There's also an image of a snake here, and it is this infinity symbol, that it's equal give and take kind of balance is coming through there. To pin down, look at the way that he's got this sword pinned down on the ground. And very guided by spirit as well. This is you, I see. So swords is air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, so that might be your sign, or you may have it strongly in your chart. The King of Swords, is very much a leader. So taking up a leadership position in your own life, like taking the driver's seat regarding something and moving forward, because kings move, they take action. Based on a balanced perspective and something that you've manifested here with clarity, with all the knowledge that you have within, that you're able to use your discernment and also set out your boundaries. That's also what the King of Swords does. it's all well and good. Okay, great. If I have a drink, I'll feel great for 5 seconds, but then I don't feel great. Everything falls down. Um, that kind of thing. Just having that discernment as a King of Swords here is what's been called upon for you, that you can see the temptation when they come for what they are. So let's see your Chariot card here, and what you need to focus on. Chariot card for this collective. Thank you, Spirit. And there's the strength that you have within. Now, this is a card of Leo. Wow. And again, another big leader. This is like I was saying, he's very much a leader, male or female, of course. It's just the energy of the card. But he lays out his boundaries, as does this Emperor. And the Emperor is a card of Aries. And when you're in your Emperor energy, again, it's male or female, you really are the boss. You know, you have this seat of power. You're taking the main driving seat in your life, the main character. Very much a fair but firm boss here, but he's always ready for battle. You can see he's got a suit of armor there underneath his robe. Um, and it's almost like the King of Swords is a more gentle energy here in his approach, whereas the Emperor is kind of always on the defense, waiting for the shoe to drop, waiting for the next argument. He's like ready for battle, and he will lead, you know, to success, a lot of things. But you know, there's a bit of harshness surrounds the Emperor energy here at the back of the deck. Just to be aware when you're trying to move forward in a balanced fashion with the Chariot card here, and using all the strength within you. You can see that this lion in this strength card in the after tarot, the lion is responding. He's leaning back onto this beautiful pure soul, which is you with your infinite sources. There's that infinity symbol again. Your infinite source of strength, but also tenderness. And this is the tenderness I was saying that's missing from the Emperor energy sometimes, because they're waiting for battle. It's like, um, I'm not saying there's a temper there, because I don't feel there is, but this is the more balanced aspect of the strengths that the Emperor has in the strength card here. That, you know, this lion, wild beast, is responding and actually feeling quite comforted, but also wants to lean back into our embrace of this angelic being here, which is you. So it's that tenderness while being strong and courageous that's required of you at this time. And it's hard, you know, when you're laying down the laws, and you want to be firm on your boundaries or whatever it is. It's tough to, you know, bite your tongue and to be tender in delivering those messages to people that need to hear it, or trying to be fair and firm at the same time. Like, it's very difficult to sort of balance that, especially when our patience is being tried. I mean, I know I'm a sinner for that myself. But yeah, this is great. It looks like, you know, the Chariot card is saying, you know, move forward with balance. You can see these posts here highlighting alignment and balance, and you're ready to go. But to move forward with strength and with courage, you know, your conviction that you have what it takes to do whatever it is you want to achieve, and whatever this is that you're manifesting on your new fool's journey that's coming through. There was something there that just hit me, and it was a conversation I had with my own dad there lately. He was home from where he lives. He lives overseas, and when he came home, he wanted to meet up, and I could tell on the phone that he'd had drink taken, and I thought, I can't meet him when I'm in recovery. I have such little tolerance for people's behaviour, and to even try and talk to them, I find I have no patience for it, you know. And this is where I need this strength here. And I did that day. Oh God, it nearly shook me to the core of having to say to him, look, Dad, I can tell that you've had a drink, and I can't meet with you if you've had a drink. And then he comes back with, oh, I only had, you know, a bottle of beer. And I felt like role reversal, you know. I had to stand my ground, you know, like this Emperor and this strength card, and try and be tender in the delivery of the message. I said, it's so hard to say it, but I can't meet with people when they have drink taken. And it nearly broke my heart. So if anything I say here resonates, you guys do message below or comment below, and above all, like and subscribe to the channel. But that was a really tough point for me, and also, you know, a groundbreaking point where I'd never really stood up as firm for myself. um, before with them, and he almost was expecting me to renege on it and say, okay, fine, or that kind of thing, that just I normally back off. But I didn't. I stood to it. I said, recovery has to come first, recovery has to come first, and held on to that. But then I was worried, of course. Well, he'd be very miffed and annoyed. So I followed it with a text message just saying, I'm so sorry. It was so hard to say that and so on. And I'll see you when you're around in the next few days. And he came back with a loving message. So that really freed my soul entirely, knowing I'd done the right thing, even though I was shaking from head to toe trying to do it. So yeah, it does take a lot of courage, and it's just in the aftermath. I felt so relieved, that kind of thing. You can feel this wash over you of just, wow, I did that, felt like I was calling all the resources from my higher power for to stay firm there. But by God, I can feel the elation that I felt then. I can feel it now again. And I'm telling you one thing, not easy, but so worth a while. And I don't want to have to do it again. Maybe I will, and maybe I won't. And it will never be as hard as it was the first time, as they say in recovery. Isn't that it? So, Seven of Cups. Let's clarify your Seven of Cups here. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels. What do we have for this Seven of Cups? Oh my goodness, look at that. Beautiful. And the Nine of Pentacles, clarifying our Seven of Cups, and we have the Two of Swords at the back of the deck. Wow. I do love these cards. Look at that. She's enjoying the fruits of her labor. And this is the most, it's an independent energy here. This glove is sticking out to me, and it's almost like, I'm going to look up the meaning of this card, because look at this thing here flying away like an angelic creature. I'm just going to look in the manual, because I remember reading this, but I can't remember what they said. It's the Nine of Pentacles. There's extra messages, you see, in this special tarot cards. The After Tarot. What do we say? Nine of Pentacles is a card. Excuse me, of material comfort and financial security. An elegant woman stands alone in a well-manicured garden. She was holding a falcon, but she released it a moment ago and threw her gauntlet to the ground. There's the gauntlet for holding the falcon, of course. Now she's turned her attention to the rich harvest of grapes ripening in her vineyard. So that's it. Is this the falcon? Doesn't look like a falcon. It looks like an angelic being of some kind. And maybe it well was the falcon. Yeah. It's like she was holding on to the falcon using the gauntlet, and she had to use the gauntlet to protect herself. There's a lot in this card, isn't there? The falcon is her friend, her adversary, and she had to wear a gauntlet in her hand to hold the falcon because he can hurt. The little baby snail. There's so much going on in this card, you guys. Do have a look at the images on these cards yourselves. It'll sharpen your own intuition, and you will also get your own messages from it. Anyway, the Nine of Pentacles talks about independent abundance, that feeling of material abundance. Pentacles are all about the material world, so this is enjoying the fruits of your labor, quite literally. Look at what you've built. This is a reflection you had in the recent past here, and it's clarifying the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is a card of choice, and sometimes bewilderment at the amount of choice that you have, and you don't know what to do. Like, you cannot make a choice because it's overwhelming, the amount of choices. And it's almost like this lady just said, oh, forget it. She let go of the eagle, as in maybe something that was offering her all these choices, and she just said, I'll focus on what fills me up, which is all, that's what the Nine of Pentacles does, person does in this card. She's all about nurturing herself before anybody else, and it's about stability and security, you know, that feeling of material abundance. And the Two of Swords here is getting clarity, and also staying out of the way of other people's battles. Keep your spoon in your own bowl. I think I said that. For one, I called one of the readings that lately. Was it yesterday? Yeah, but this is the thing, that you made the choice, like using your inner wisdom blindfolded, um, to let go of things that you can't and maybe not ready for to decide on, and focus on what you can do, you know. I love that. Fool is the next card. Let's get a clarifier for the Fool. My voice is going, and often this happens when I'm channeling. Here's the Seven of Swords and the Nine of Cups. Wow. In this image now, this guy is depicted as being gluttonous, like overdoing it. So there's a warning here: don't overdo it on the good things. But this is about emotional independence and, you know, absolute harmony within yourself, feeling that place of peace within. The number nines are very much talking about individuals, the self, you know. This is gorgeous. So continuing to feed your own cup, excuse me, seems to bring about yeah, that feeling of harmony and peace within. I love it. So the Fool is clarified by the Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Swords here, um it comes with a warning, of course. Again, in the after tarot, you can see that this person is trying to clean up after whatever mess has been made, and he's moving on, and he's like trying to come away from battles, but he's sneaking away. And it's like, watch out for the pitfalls when you're trying to sneak off and do your own thing, that there could be traps. I don't know what else. This is gas, this tarot deck. I really love, like, makes me laugh. There's always a little bit of an extra bit in each message, where it used to be cut and dry. For that sense of freedom and coming away from the dramas. But while he's doing that and sneaking away, is what it's the sneaky energy, the Seven of Swords, you know, and it is that thing of what's hidden. So be careful that you don't fall into any old traps, is what's coming through here. And it could be regarding that devil energy we saw a while ago. And this is escapism as well as being highlighted, you know, the way I was talking a minute ago about when you have a choice and you just want to retreat and escape. So just be aware you don't fall into the regular traps. That's the thing in your present situation. That while you're off on this journey of your own, it looks like that you're not tempted by the usual toxins and toxicities and devil energies, really, I suppose, when you're off on your own. Because you want to do this yourself. This is very, you know, focused, and he's facing straight forward. Everybody here is, you know, facing the world as on its own terms. I just heard. What's the King of Wands here for the future? One of this is your knowledge of your own intelligence, your own wisdom. Because that King of Swords is like really very well educated, like very, you know, he has the school of life lessons learned. So you could be an older gang here. Um, more. So comment below, what is this gift that you're getting? Do tell me. Let's see here. King of Wands in the near future. This is you going after your stuff with passion. The Wands energy is full of passion. The fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It's that determination, that courage. Here's the lion again. With and that's the thing. There's an 8 of Cups here, and in this image here, you can see that's you heading off over, the mountains to pursue your 10 of Cups. And while you're doing that, if you looked over your shoulder, you might see that other people are trying to make something out of the spoils of your quests, where blood and water were shed, so apply that where it goes for you guys. Things that really hurt you deeply that you pursued anyway, regardless. This is a cup of emotion here. The water spilled from it, but the blood is like the blood, sweat, and tears is coming through with that combination of the water and the blood. You know what this is about. It's investments that you put your heart and soul into, and things only amounted to the 8 of Cups, and you knew it wasn't quite enough. There's an eclipse energy here as well in this card, but like maybe there's other people in your life that you're worried about, that you've left in the lurch there. Male or female, of course, apply the energies where they fit yourselves. Gender isn't a thing in tarot. But yeah, the King of Wands here is pursuing something, regardless of what heartaches you've endured and what you've invested in that hasn't worked out. It's almost like you're using that as your strength here, because with this King of Wands, that determination and courage takes a lot of strength as well. And it is that fire energy. Leo was mentioned here once more. Leo might be your sign or strong in your chart. But yeah, you know that you've a connection with the universe here. It's a very spiritual energy, the Wands energy, the king or the queen, and it's male or female again. So yeah, while you're in your passionate pursuit of trying to leave something behind that didn't serve you emotionally, um, there's an offer of emotion coming in. And this is also telling me, don't close yourself off for the disappointment you've put up with in the past. It can often be a fear that we don't open ourselves up again, or we want to shut down. That temptation, devil energy we're talking about, to close yourself off, to isolate. And this, we know, is where the addictions grow. Wow, okay. The Justice card. Let's see what we get for this Justice card as your guidance from Spirit. It's telling me balance and fairness will be restored. If you have a legal thing, which very much so you could do. Wow, this is powerful. The Tower has arrived. And this is the major arcana, the Tower, which means sudden change. There's justice of some kind and balance coming in. It'll be a sudden thing. You're not expecting this, which is the Tower is often the message of the Tower. You can see in this image there's something being destroyed and it's the universe striking it with lightning here, because it was built on a poor foundation, something that wasn't sustainable. It would not last. And the king and the queen have been thrown from this tower. So this could be, for example, if you're in the justice system and there's an argument or a contention over who gets the building, it's almost like throw the building away, like sell it, is the only way to resolve this, and both should get the share of the sale, sort of what that tells me. But you should look at these images yourselves to see where harmony has to be restored to something, justice, or legally or not, that whatever this is, it's like the structure of, we'll say, a relationship or a business, or place those energies where they fit you. It was based on and built on something that wasn't going to last. And this Justice card and the universe is co-conspiring, co-creating with you a clear path, so that going forward you've got this clean sheet has come through as well. And look at what's under the deck. It's been the theme throughout this reading, and we have it again, the Two of Pentacles. And again, it's talking about Look at, we had it at the beginning, Two of Pentacles there. And there it is. This is creating the balance and prioritizing. You might feel like you're having to dance from one foot to the other for a while, but there's something here about um, relocation for some of you. You can see this boat has just landed, it looks like, and these people are coming off it. So maybe some of you are expecting visitors. Could be family returning. That's like an aside message. But yeah, I feel like being in connection with water is important as well to restore your balance and make you able to make the choices regarding what you need to prioritize in your life. It is about the material. It can often be about work-life balance as well here. And maybe you're thinking of taking a break or going away and having the family stay with you, having a group come to see you, and just, really enjoying that kind of reprieve while they're with you in your town or whatever it is for you. So I hope these messages make sense to you. Do like, share, and subscribe, as I said, and comment below if anything I say resonates. Three of Cups. This is great. This is a card of, look what just flipped over by itself. This is a card of celebration. Back of the deck, look at that. Happiest card in the deck. This is a card of Leo as well. The Sun card. It illuminates everything. It shines a light on things that were hidden. It's utter joy, complete joy. And when the Three of Cups has that as a confirmation, this is like double confirmation of just embrace what used to fill your cup, what makes you happy. Three of Cups talks about celebrating yourself, connecting with your soul tribe, doing things with others. And when we had that Two of Pentacles a minute ago, I have to say, definitely try and incorporate doing nice things with people that you love, that you get along with, that, you light one another up, in fairness. Five of Swords, this is like, this guy here is raising his sword in triumph. Like, it's always the winning at all costs card, the Five of Swords. These two people have been hurt and they're turning their back on this person here. It's like they won at all costs and whatever losses came in. So when there's three people in this card and you have Three of Cups here, this can be talking about, no matter who you've lost in your journey or who has betrayed you and you had to walk away from them, you have connections in your life that fill your cup and you do it for one another. It's very much about reciprocal joy here that you can share. It's a sharing energy, the Three of Cups there, of sharing the joy and not reflecting on the past. And this is the end as well of arguments, bickering. When it's a five, it's the end of something. It's change is required. Things are so hard. Somebody in your life might have been, or a situation, or a workplace, a home, something like that, an environment. It was unsustainable. So when it gets to the five, it's like, this is it. It has to end here. Something needs to change. We can't stay with this. So that's where you're walking away there from this discontent, whatever it is, and you're choosing to embrace this is beautiful sun energies. Go back to your source energy. What fills you with joy? What did you used to love to do as a kid? Do things that light you up in that way again. I love it. So let's have a look at the Knight of Pentacles. A lot of messages in this reading, you guys, for you today. There's quite a good bit going on with you, which I love to see. And I feel like there's a kind of a sense of peace regarding this, that you're not feeling so labored or something. And I love it. Three of Pentacles. This is amazing. All the threes, you guys. Three. There's the Ten of Swords. And the Ten of Swords is like, it's usually somebody is lying on the ground with all these swords in their back. There's been betrayal, total heartache. Could have been connected to this Five of Swords here. And this is amazing. It's like the only way is up after this. But something has ended here. That's definitely an ending image if I ever saw it. They're literally after picking this guy up off the ground and he is dead. So something in your life is dead. It's not a person. It's a circumstance. It's a way of life that you used to have. Look at the Queen of Cups underneath that, who is absolutely emotionally satisfied and harmonious. Oh, wow. That's so dark though. The image on that card, it's literally removing the dead from the place. It's quite a striking image. Let's go back here and we'll see Knight of Pentacles with the Three of Pentacles. It's telling me there's something you want to build. Look at this person. They have tools out here, like the magician has the tools on the table. Um, and collaboration is the thing here. Knight of Pentacles talks about slow and steady wins the race. There's so much detail in that image. Lord of the wild and fertile land. So there's something fertile that you're growing. That sun card a while ago represents growth and fertility. I never even told you that. But look at this, the power in this. This is like you're looking at the long game, something that's going to stand the test of time. And that's what Pentacles talk about. They talk about a slowly developing energy, but also something that's destined for the long term. You have so much protection around you. That's a golden cloak in your hand there. So collaboration with others is the key. Strategizing, working as a team, and doing things to pay extra attention to all the details, and slow and steady wins the race. You have ended something here. It's been a harrowing ending. It's to do with this tower, I feel, that destruction and sudden. And it might have broken your heart. You might have felt you were down on the ground over it. You could have felt it was this situation here where there was falling out with people. You have to turn your back on people and draw a line in the sand and say, no, I'm sticking for my boundaries here. This doesn't serve me. These people are taking and draining my energy. Like what I said at the beginning there about my dad and having to stand up to him. And it's been hard. It's broken my heart to have to do it. But I feel like now is the resurrection time, now I can build on that courage and confidence to keep going in alignment here, like the Chariot and the Strength card are illustrating. So let's continue on. This is so brave and not been an easy thing, I have to say, though, for you. Ten of Swords is, wow, there's only one way out. everything in your power to make the best of this, to do what you can, to forge and forage. Is it forge ahead or forage ahead? I can't even find my words now, but I think you understand where I'm coming from. And you know what? You will heal every one of those swords that were in your memories that of particular hurts that you've had in your life. But this is lifetime healing. It feels like now you know the truth about things as well. That swords talk about truth. Whenever you see sword energy, it's about truth. It's about logic, facts, intelligence. But it can talk about things that hurt in this regard, things that were said, things that were done, memories of stuff that was done that, has torn you apart for a long, long time. And now you're like Seven of Wands. I don't have to have that define me. I can stand up and be this proud, passionate person pursuing my goals. Child, and this is also giving you that fire in your belly, also making you feel, the fight is worth it. And no matter what it takes is what's coming through with this Wands energy, your king and your knight. I think this is you, and this might be, as I said, an adult, child, or another person that you admire, because there's so much admiration. Once people are coming towards you, they're beautiful, and that's you. You're in your beautiful purity at this time. I'm hearing from spirit. Holy cow, guys. That emperor energy, and they're leaders, they're teachers as well. So anyway, I'm going to leave those messages there, and we'll get you your closing message today. Let's have a look and see where we go. I'm going to go to the wild unknown, because we've had so many animals referenced in this reading today, you guys. I try and scooch this up out of here a second. Let me mix. So let's call in spirit and get your final messages. I'm so sorry the readings are going on a bit longer, but you know what? I've decided I'm not going to rush through, because the messages have to come in divine timing when I'm channeling, and that's just the way it is. And if I'm relaxed, it's easier to go with the flow. We'll do one more shuffle here now, you guys. We get your closing message. These are such beautiful cards. Wow. I love the images on them and the messages as well. Okay, let's see. What do we get? Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, please bring us a message to close out this gorgeous reading for my collective in sobriety. Mouse Spirit. Look at him. He's got all these colours like a rainbow around him. I get the book and we'll have a read. Mouse Spirit. Earth energy. Here he is. Detail-oriented, small-minded, nitpicky, and nervous. The mouse has an innate desire to tend to the details. It often spends its days fixing, preparing, organizing, and scrutinizing. Now that's your Knight of Pentacles. Attention to details. Unfortunately, a mouse personality doesn't notice when they've gone too far. Soon they begin to have a limited and fearful vision of life and try to control every detail. This can be quite a painful experience for both the mouse and those around them. When mouse energy is at play, step back for a moment. It may be time to find a more purposeful project to delve into, one that's worthy of your exacting eye. hope. When in balance, it's organized, resourceful, and prepared. And when it's out of balance, it's busy with no purpose. And to bring it into balance, you need a meaningful project. Now, a meaningful project, folks, as I have learned, is something that ticks your heart chakra. You look forward to doing it every day. You're always wanting to learn. It helps you learn, it helps you grow. I can't tell you any more than that. That's as far as I've learned. But yes, you look forward to it. So find something that, really does tick your heart chakra, that makes you feel, you love it and you know you should be doing it. When you love something, it doesn't be a day's work. Isn't that what they say? All right, you guys, I'm going to leave those messages there. Do leave me a comment, like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to be alerted of further readings coming from me, and I will see you the next day. I love you all. Namaste.